How dangerous is a cracked cockpit windshield? When is it most likely to happen? On takeoff, cruising altitude or landing, and what can be done about it? Windshields consist of two panes of thick glass, with a plastic layer between for heating. Either pane is capable of holding full pressure and the other is lost. On the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, the windshield is made up from three distinct layers. To give the windshield added strength, there is another even thicker layer of stretched acrylic as the base layer. The outer layer is in fact the thinnest layer, and is made of strengthened glass, taking advantage of the high damage. At cruising level, the temperature outside can be as cold as -90 degrees Fahrenheit. When a windshield at that temperature comes into contact with moisture in the form of rain or clouds, it will immediately get covered in ice. Not ideal when the airplane coming into land. The rear windscreen of the car is heated by a grid of wires to get rid of any early morning frost. However, covering the flight deck windows in wires would drastically reduce the visibility. To overcome this problem, there is a thin layer of a transparent electrically conductive substance between the outer glass and the stretched acrylic. When an electrical current is applied to this layer, it heats up, warming the outer glass. With this warmed up, water does not freeze on the windshield. In fact, when sat on the ground in rain, pilots often see steam coming off the windshield. Aircraft windshields are designed to take a serious beating, be it from birds or hailstones. The three-layer structure as described can withstand the impact of a large seagull at 400 miles per hour. Altogether, the windshield is around 1.5 inches thick. Not only does this give it the strength, it needs to withstand the worst the external environment can throw at it. But it also makes it light enough to help keep the weight of the aircraft to a minimum, reducing fuel usage and as a result, carbon emissions. Depending on the aircraft type, the manufacturer will provide a checklist in the Quick Reference Handbook QRH, as to how to deal with a cracked windscreen. On the 787, it's a fairly straightforward procedure that involves removing the electrical power to the window heating system. Once this has been done, pilots then need to assess the damage to the windshield. Due to the strength and thickness of the windshield, any damage done by hail is most likely to just be to the outer glass layer. However, pilots must still ensure that the structure of the windshield is still intact. The best way to do this is to check the pressurization of the aircraft. While a smashed windscreen may look alarming to those looking in, for the pilots flying the aircraft, it's normally a relatively straightforward issue to deal with. The main challenge will come when landing the aircraft, as visibility out of the windshield will be limited. If it is so bad that pilots are unable to see the taxiways clearly, stopping on the runway, and being towed to the gate by a tug is a valid option. Whatever the decision pilots make, it will be based on years of hard-earned experience, and thorough training, all focused on keeping the aircraft, and its occupants, safe.